Hey, okay, we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a all new episode of the DTI Takeover Show. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm your girl, Miss Kayla. So, y'all already know what I'm here to do. I am here to spotlight another dope entrepreneur, another person who's out here just trying to do the dang thing, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to create generational wealth and leave legacies because that's everybody's goal. So, I have Miss Davina here, Davina Pacley. She is the founder of Divinely Crowned. Hi, Davina. Nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, Davina, before we get into Divinely Crowned, let everyone know a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you?
So, my name is obviously, like she said, Davina Pacley. I am born and raised in Erie, Pennsylvania. A mother of two. I like to call them world changers, Rodney and Ramaya. I come from a semi-small city. We small city, big dreams. And I am the second oldest of four children and the daughter of. I have to shout out my parents because I wouldn't be me without them. So Ron and Anna Lee Paisley, who have been married for over 30 plus years. So definitely, yes,
Yeah,
Black love. Yeah, and I am just in this world trying to be the light that I believe that God created me to be.
I love that. So, Davina, how did we get to Divinely Crowned?
I don't know if we have time for that, a whole story, but we're going to just go back a little bit. So, I started Divinely Crowned back in 2018, and I was really looking to create a platform for women who were like me, who I grew up with low self-esteem. I
Mhm,
was always very outgoing, but I always was very insecure, a little girl. Until I had my daughter, who's now going to be 12 this year. And
mhm,
through life and all the things I've been through, like I just was trying to find my way in my 20s, just trying to find my way, trying to find my confidence. And on that personal journey, I saw how many women I was impacting who were like, "Oh, Davina, I wish I was confident like you." And all these things that I was like, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. So I, just began my journey as I'm growing, learning, healing. I am on a mission to help other women do the same thing and embrace the
mhm.
queens within themselves. So that is kind of the short version of what I do. I also am a confidence life coach, which ties into everything with Divinely Crowned as well.
Okay. Okay. So now when you say, you've reached some people along your journey, what would be if you could just name two things, common things or issues that you and these other people that you've come across, like what were some of the things that you guys were kind of battling?
Self-love
Hmm.
is one of the major ones, which Divinely Crowned is a brand that encourages women to have self-love and confidence through faith, lifestyle, and fashion. So, self-love and confidence was big for what I was seeing, not just in myself with it, but in other women. And a lot of that came from relationships, identity, possibly things growing up in certain patterns and
Hmm.
that lack of self-love. Like my target audience, I would say, is like women mid-20s and up, right? So
Okay.
I was seeing a lack of support for that age gap of women who was still trying to figure out their way. We're all still trying to figure out our way, and I don't feel like we were having that necessary support to get there. So definitely I would say self-love and confidence was a big thing that I noticed from a lot of us. And still to this day, I notice a lot of us struggle with. And it's confidence in different areas of our life and not just like in our appearance, but in
Hmm.
decisions and in the way we show up in the world, things like that.
Hmm. So, what would you say? I guess you kind of mentioned it a little bit as far as like confidence. What would you say would be one of the top reasons that though, like we don't have it? So, yeah, you don't have the support necessarily,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
what would make someone doubt them as far as being an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would someone doubt themselves?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when it comes to entrepreneurship now in 2024, I think
Mhm.
a lot of that stems from seeing everybody else. Always everybody doing either sometimes similar to what you want to do or you desire to do, or
Yeah.
just doing better than you. And you know, I this thing that's been ringing in my head recently is comparison is the thief of joy, right? And so we get on
Mhm.
social media platforms, whether we're young or older, and
Mhm.
we see what other people are doing, and that sometimes attacks our own confidence and makes us question who we are as people. And it doesn't have to always just be in entrepreneurship. It can be
Yeah.
in workplace, as a
Yeah.
parent, as a woman in general,
Mhm.
maybe seeing what another woman is doing with her life,
Mhm.
maybe relationships she's might be in. It could be friendships. There's so many layers to why somebody can lack confidence.
Yeah.
But I do believe that a lot of it does start with self and how you see yourself. And a lot of people
Mhm.
struggle with seeing who they are truly on the inside.
And so this is where Divinely Crowned comes in.
Yes.
So now what can someone expect? Like draw me a picture of the Divinely Crowned experience.
Oh, yeah, the divinely so listen. There is so many growing layers to divinely crowned. So I guess I'll just share like what I even offer or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like I said in the beginning, I am a confidence life coach. I have been a confidence life coach for about almost 3 years now. And just in March, I officially became a certified life coach, which was a huge thing for me. So you can definitely get life coaching from me. I am an event curator. And when I say that, what I mean is like in my city, we were lacking community. We were lacking events where people can come, they can feel safe, they can have a good time, they can dress up and just have a positive vibe. And so I wanted to be the change to that. So recently, within the last year and a half, I've created different events. I've called them soirees of different types where people just come um and just connect. I tell people they're like networking events without the stuffiness. So you'll see that.
Mhm.
I also have a podcast called Divinely Crowned Conversations, which I was telling Caleb before we got on here that I do. I've been taking a little sabbatical from it, but on that platform, we have real, honest, open, transparent conversations about the everyday journey of women, where we come from, where we're at, and where we're going in life, and the things that we might face, good and bad. You can also see me. I do a lot of content creating, so I'm always trying to just pour out positivity and be a light to people. My faith is important to me. I'm always sharing that. And then you can also I do speaking events, I do workshops, but the divinely crowned experience as a whole
Mhm.
is when you are connected to me in any way, I just want you to feel seen. I pride myself on giving people a safe space, whether I'm talking to you for 2 minutes or an hour. I want you to feel refreshed and rejuvenated when you are connected to not just me, but my brand. And when you even see this brand, I want you to know, like, listen, Davina says I'm a queen, and even kings. I have kings I'm connected to,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I have to believe that. So I believe I do a good job of being an example of that and showing people how to be an example of that as well.
I love it. I love it, Davina. So as a confidence coach,
Mhm,
are there many sessions that you have? Is it like a
mhm.
one-time thing? How does that
Yeah.
go?
So I do have packages that I offer 3 month, 6 month, and a year.
Okay.
I am definitely in a transition season right now. I have a lot of things that I'm working on. But normally in an average time period, you can do 3 months, a half the year or the whole year, where it's an hour session.
Mhm.
You come in, or I do it virtually. I have some clients that aren't even in the same city, and I always tell people my sessions are not one size fits all. Everybody is in a different space in their life, and
Yeah.
so we work together to figure out what that looks like for you, and tailor your sessions to you. And a lot of times, I think most my average package normally is people getting the 6 month one, and by the time it's over or getting ready to end, and I tell them to like, already. So I
Mhm.
definitely have people that renew or like extend their service. And I guess I'll give you a little plug. This year I'll be launching. It's called the Royal Table. So
Ooh.
it'll be a private community for women
Okay.
to just connect more. Get that extra layer of community with other women that may be going through the same thing as them, or
Mhm.
and I have so much planned for that. But you just got a little bit of a
Ooh, we got an
a little you
exclusive.
got some exclusive information. But
Yes.
that will be coming in 2024, which I'm excited about. Just adding that layer. Like I said before, community is so important to me. Like, I love community. I love to create communities. I love being in community, and I
Mhm.
love creating safe spaces. And that is what I aim to do with the Royal Table. So that's coming soon. So look out. Okay.
I love that because I
Thank
was gonna
you.
ask you, why I know I understand that community is important to you.
Mhm.
Why is it so important though for us,
Mhm.
especially as
Yeah.
women,
Yeah. Yeah.
to
Mhm.
come together?
Yes. So, I'll so like you said with women, because I also have been seeing lately on social media how relationships are hard when you get older.
Yeah.
Finding people that genuinely care about you, genuinely are there for you, genuinely are going to show up for you, be genuine behind your back, all those things, right? So I know this is the time in our life where we do need that and sometimes lack where to find that. And I do believe that community is important, because although self love is very important and it starts with self, there are times when you may not be at your best or feel
Mhm.
your best, and you need people in your space, your tribe, your community, that are able to pour into you, able to pick you up. um I just did a workshop with a local college, and we talked about community, and I was very transparent about a season in my life that I was in within 2023, where I needed community around me, or I may not have been where I am now, right? So you
Mhm.
need those people, whether it's 2 people or 10 people, to really be able to huddle around you, pour into you when you can't pour into yourself. And it's all about figuring out what works best for you. No one size fits all in community as well. So I just feel like community is definitely an added layer to self-love.
I like it. So, where do you see Divinely Crowned 5 years from now?
Oh, girl. I just put this on my social media that I'm praying that God blesses me with a team, because I do see me definitely connecting more outside of our city. I would like to have a brick and mortar for some things that I have, that I want to do eventually. Definitely doing a lot more speaking engagements and
Mhm.
having a conference or something. So I do believe the vision for this brand is to not just be locally or even in our
Yeah.
country, but like nationwide, because I do believe that so many women need and are hungry for a sense of belonging, and I
Mhm.
do believe I'm called to help women do that.
I love that. I love it, Davina.
Thank
And I'll tell you what
you.
I love about it. I love the fact that I can tell that this is something that you are genuinely passionate about.
Yes.
And it's not a gimmick.
Mm.
The first to say, and don't y'all jump on me,
No.
but we got a lot of women empowerment stuff,
Mhm.
movement
Oh, yeah.
that aren't really women empowerment,
Mhm.
know, and it's
Mhm.
so like cliques and the
Yeah,
popular girls and mean
yeah,
girls versus
yeah.
like high school.
Mhm, mhm. And
And
that I speaking to that, I I have experienced that, which is another reason that I wanted to do
Mhm.
this so much. When Divinely Crown first started, it was only supposed to be just some social media thing where I was going to be this influencer, but I knew I always tell people I wanted to be like Oprah growing up. So it was like all these layers, but I saw that and I experienced that where it's like the mean girls have these size, like let me size you up types of things, and
Mhm.
it was even hard for me to even say the word empowerment, women empowerment, because of the things that I've experienced, and I knew that that was not going to be this for me. And like you said, yes, I would just say I posted that today, like this is my baby, I believe in this thing. There are days that I want to give up on this thing, but I
Yeah.
know that I'm supposed to do this. Like I know wholeheartedly I'm called to do this, even by the connections I've made and the
Mhm.
impact I've made so far. And like I said, there are days, lots
Mhm.
of days. I'm like, God, I'm a woman of faith. I'm like, God, are you sure you want me to
Right. Like
do
me.
this? Yeah,
Like, do you see your people down here?
yes. Do you
Like,
see what I got going, like going through? And even like I have to remind people all the time, like, listen, just because I'm a confidence coach, which I also feel like I was called to be that specific type of coach,
mhm.
that doesn't mean I'm not still on my own journey of
Right.
confidence and self-love. But
Right.
I'm like, as much as I'm learning and as much as I'm teaching you or my clients or my community, I'm still teaching myself that too. And it just is a constant thing. I think growth is a constant thing. And the more you grow, especially as an entrepreneur, the more you have to learn and unlearn and heal and
Yeah.
figure out who you truly are.
Yeah. It's the whole unlearning part for me.
Oh, yes, the
Honestly, I
unlearning
don't
is
like it. Like it's just annoying. Like
very much,
feel like I'm going
very much.
backwards. Like
Yes, yes,
I get it.
unlearning is
It's necessary. It's
yes,
necessary.
it is, especially if you want to grow.
Right. That's true. So Davina, I like to ask our guests
Okay.
to lead or to give a piece of advice to the next up and coming
Ooh.
entrepreneur, no
Mhm,
matter what it is that they're doing.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Piece of advice that you would give them.
So, yes, so one thing when I first started this that I can't even remember what it where I heard it from first. I think it was a podcast, but she said to just do it scared. And I really took that because there's a lot of days where I'm scared. I'm scared to sometimes even get on an interview, but do it scared because on the other side of that fear is victory. And it's just proving to yourself that whatever that idea you have, it was placed in you for a reason. Yes, there's a, like you
Mhm.
said, there's a lot of gimmicks out there, especially I think around the pandemic. That's when the entrepreneur trend started. But
Yeah.
if you genuinely believe that whatever that idea is something you're believing in, do it, and do it scared. Do it, do it crying. Listen, I cry a lot. Do it with all the feelings and put all that you're feeling into what you want to do. And I will also say, like, get a mentor. Get
Mhm.
mentors. I have a few mentors and coaches. I know there's a lot of people that want to pay you, I mean, charge you, but find somebody in your community or something to really, even if it's just following them more on social media. Like, if you are inspired by somebody, follow them and connect with them. Don't be afraid to slide in their DMs, even if they don't answer. Like, there are so many connections I've made
Mhm.
just by not being scared to just ask a question or even sending a compliment like, "Oh, I'm so inspired by you." So, but yeah, the key I would say is do it scared.
I like that. And that's something new. That's something new
Mhm.
that
Yes.
we haven't heard. So thank you for
Yes.
that,
You're
Jim.
welcome. You're welcome.
Have you ever considered adding on a male to the Divinely Crowned LLC, maybe to bring in our fellas, or are we kind of just focusing on the ladies?
So it started as the ladies, and
Mhm.
as I've grown and there's a lot of things. As I've grown, as I've hosted my events, I definitely know there is a layer of divinely crowned because anybody can be divinely crowned, right? I mean, I have merch that I have men that wear like
Mm-hmm.
you, but the slogan is crowned for the queendom, but at the end of the day we are crowned, in my opinion and my faith, for his kingdom. Okay, so
Period.
any I'm not opposed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have had men even on my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely see there being a connection. I got to get my kings out here too. Listen, I'll be trying to pour into them as well. So, but adding somebody, I don't know. I'm trying to build a team, so there might be some kings on my team.
That's good. That's good.
Yes,
As we
definitely.
learn, as we learn how to heal
Mhm.
ourselves and get the
Yeah,
confidence in ourselves, maybe we can probably understand each other a
each
little
other
bit
for
more.
sure, for sure, for sure. Which is a whole nother conversation. But
Right.
I am definitely a big men need women and women need men
Yeah.
person. Like I said, I have parents that have been married for 30 plus years. I'm all about community and that community. And I mean, there are men that have been in my life that have poured into me and helped me even on this journey as an entrepreneur. So like they definitely deserve their crowns as well, and they deserve to get their crowns right too. Okay.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yes.
good. So, Davina, how can people follow you on social media, and how can they? What's the best way to contact you?
Yes. So my website is currently under construction. The woman that's doing it, we just were connecting, but you can go on www.divinelycrowned, and crowned is CROND. There is no ED, just D .com. You can find Divinely Crowned on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Where else am I? Just Google me and you can find me. Usually I'm like the first person when you see Divinely Crowned. So those are the platforms. You can contact me, email me at contact@divinelycrowned.com. Literally just put in Divinely Crowned and you will find me.
Yeah, I heard it here first on Total Entertainment Radio. Thank you, Davina, for being a
Thank
guest
you.
on our show today.
Thank
This
you.
was fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed you. I enjoyed your personality. I enjoyed your whole energy. Like I said, I definitely can tell that this is something that's important to you and it's
Mhm.
something that you're passionate about. And so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Divinely Crowned grow. And
Yes.
I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to look up and to see where you are in the
Thank you so
future.
much.
Do you have anything coming up specifically that you wanted to kind of put
Ooh.
out there?
Besides the royal table, possibly another event. I have a friend that I did my last event and we collab with, and we're in some works with that. But a fashion show that I possibly be in, that's a whole nother layer. But just look out for the royal table coming in 2024.
All right, we on the lookout for the royal table. Y'all make sure
Yeah,
y'all find Divinely Crowned on all social media platforms and hit Miss Davina up.
yes,
While you at it, follow Total Entertainment Radio.
for
Follow us
sure,
on
for sure.
Facebook at Total Entertainment Radio. On Instagram at the Total ENT Experience. We getting back up and running because a hater hacked us, but
Oh
we
no.
so, but we are
Oh,
back, and so
that
we
just means you're doing something
that's
good.
that's I guess so.
Yeah.
So follow the Instagram, listen to the station, go to www.totalentradio.com and you can listen to Total Entertainment Radio. If you feel like getting your praise on, you can listen to Total Praise Radio.
I
We got
love
two
it.
radio stations for everything. We
Nice.
got it. Um, until next time, everybody, I'm your girl, Miss Kayla, and we're signing out.
Bye.
Peace. I